up, everybody? A lot of people don't have enough time in the day. So I want to show you 5 exercises that are very easy, very quick to build your musicality, vocabulary, and luck with the guitar. These are 5 exercises that I learned during my time here in New York City. They're super great. I do them oftentimes every day. So I really recommend trying to spend a little bit of time, not crazy, and you'll see quite quickly how fast you can improve. All right, let's dive in. If you want to get the most out of this lesson, there's a full transcription of this lesson with notation and tab on my Patreon. Thanks. This exercise really helps calibrating you and the guitar, and also helps a lot seeing the notes across the fretboard. Now, this is a guitar I used to play for a long time, but I actually haven't picked it up for quite some years now. So let's see if this still works, and I might have to calibrate my own self with this guitar. So it's very simple. I'm going to choose one note, and I'll start with the note E, and I'll play this note all across the guitar. Wow, I forgot this guitar has 25 frets, so you also have the note F here. In any case, what we're doing here is taking the note E and playing all the options across the fretboard. The idea is trying to map the guitar in a clear way. The next note will be F. Yeah, a little off tune here, but hey, I have an F on the 25th fret. Next note will be G. Now, you don't have to do all the notes. You can start with a note or two just to get comfortable, again, going back to E and finding the notes and seeing them and seeing how they sound. The quicker we are to see the note E and understand that this is E with all these chords, the better we are as musicians. Please drop a comment with the best guitar exercise that changed your life. I want to hear and find some new cool things. Thank you. Breathing is a huge part of music, and trying to be aware of how relaxed and comfortable we are would be really helpful. Sometimes we get stressed, trying to play 2 chords and kind of getting stressed, not breathing, forgetting to breathe, and our body gets kind of like tense, and it's harder even to play. The same thing when you're playing lines, especially actually when you're trying and playing some very fast or complicated things. So a lot of times the tendency is kind of like holding the breath, and instead of that, you want to be loose and take some deep breaths. So I'm gonna do 2 deep breaths just right now with you guys, and then I'm gonna try and play a line. So one more. Wow, I actually already feel better. And I'm gonna try and play a line, okay? Just try and play something maybe a little bit challenging and try to kind of breathe into it. And maybe I need to do another breath after, it's totally fine, but I'm gonna try and be aware of that place of relaxation and trying to be as chill and not tense. Let's try. Yeah, so I was just trying to be aware of my breathing, and I was trying to take in a little bit more air doing these kind of shapes. I know it sounds kind of weird, but even if you're just trying to switch between chords, I was trying to breathe a lot. The point is, breathing is a big deal. So just try to raise the awareness to your breathing, and you'll see how cool and how relaxing it is. When we're more relaxed, of course, everything is a little easier. When you think about music you like, whether it's or maybe it's more of all these styles, all these sounds, blues, jazz, rock, anything has a lot of dynamics within it. So being aware of how to play dynamic and how to get comfortable with that is actually a huge part of music that is a little bit not as in conversation, especially with guitar. I think when you learn piano, it's a little bit more in a conversation. One of the things that I really like doing is taking a simple scale, C major scale, and being as balanced as possible. Now, we all make mistakes, it's okay, but the idea is to raise the awareness. So if I'm trying to play mezzo forte. Like, you know, if you think about volume 1 to 10, let's say 5, okay? This is like a relaxed place. It's not crazy soft, but it's also not crazy loud. So what I want us to do is to have the ability to whisper and also shout when we need and want to, because these ideas are helpful when you're trying to tell a story, when trying to solo and improvise. We don't want everything to be kind of like the same level all the time. It's kind of boring, actually. So by playing and switching dynamics, we get a lot of interest. Okay, so I hope you agree. So the exercise is very simple. I'm taking a scale and I'm trying to play it slow and with a lot of awareness, and trying to be aware that every note, hopefully, is as balanced as the other. You don't have to even play it fast. It's just about the awareness. Now, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to try to play it crazy soft. I hope you can hear this. But I'm trying to keep the same dynamic level of you see that B note? It was too loud compared to the other. So I want everything to be soft, and that B kind of had a bump there. So if I'm practicing it, I actually do it again, where I'm gonna make sure that every note is as soft as the other. And if I'm messing it up, it's okay. That means that I need a little bit more control. Now, one of the reasons that we can mess it up is if we're not comfortable with the amp, the guitar, or the equipment as well, because things are a little bit in a different place. For me, I haven't played this guitar for a year or so it's a great instrument. I love it. I used to play it a lot, but I'm just not used to it. So for me to do this exercise on this is actually even harder. But of course, it's great. It's a great thing to try and practice and get good and comfortable with any instrument. Okay. So we have the mezzo forte, we have the pianissimo or even pianissimo, and then we can do the same thing with loud, right? So just hitting it hard. Interestingly enough, that B still was louder, so maybe in this specific setup, the G string is a little louder than the D string compared to how I'm used to it, which is fine. I just need to be aware of that. Yeah, it's louder. So the G string here on this guitar is louder than what I'm used to, so I need to actually pull back a little bit, right? This is micro information that we need to know in order to articulate, because you don't really want to walk into a room and say, hello, how are you? It's kind of weird, but if you just say, hello, how are you? Or, hey, how are you? What's up? That makes sense, but just accenting weird parts of the sentence with different volume is just kind of like not what you want, especially when you're meeting new people or playing for people, etc., etc. So we want to have that control. Very simple, very strong exercise. This one is one of my favorites and really helped me a lot. So I was always scared of missing strings, and the sync between my right hand and my left hand was something I was always worried about, and I didn't know what to do until I started practicing just the right hand. And you can do it with open strings, or you can have a shape like I'll just play a bar chord for a second. The idea is that we have two separate motions. We have the resting of the pick on the string, and then I'm releasing. So ready, release, ready, release, ready, release, ready, release, ready, release. So I'm always ready to play the next string. So I can never miss a string because I'm always ready. And the idea when I'm practicing it is I'm trying to shorten the amount of time it takes me to be ready for the next string. And I will divide this exercise into 4 options: all downstrokes, all upstrokes, down up, or up down. So 4 options. Again, it's a little bit of work, but the reality is that you will get way more free. And I would start this exercise really simple, like I'm doing right now, all downstrokes, and then all up. We sound like this, and we look like this. You can also close your eyes if you want. And then the alternate picking down, up. Sorry, I did a pattern, so it would be. And the alternate picking down, up, so down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Notice that I'm still resting the pick a little bit before I'm playing. Down, up, down, up, down, up. The exercise is not making the sounds, but the exercise is understanding in a micro level and teaching our brain and our system where is the string compared to our finger. So by playing the string and being ready on the next string, I'm always telling my brain and my fingers where is that string, so I can't miss it. And it takes a little bit of practice to get used to it. And of course, later on you can do some permutations, like maybe skipping a string, down, up, 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 down. Right, so this was skipping a string with alternate picking. You can find your own variation. The idea is that you spend maybe 5 minutes, not more, on linking and syncing this right hand with the left hand and making sure that you're comfortable. Because a lot of times, you know, when we're playing, we're asking our right hand to do all these crazy motions, but we never practice them in a way. We just kind of practice and just think about the scales and the left hand. But well, there's a lot of work here, and sometimes what's holding us back is the clarity and dexterity on our right hand. Music is the art of listening. So if we can sing a center and truly hear how the notes feel, we will be better musicians. So it's a really great investment over time. I'm just gonna play this G. So what I did now, I held the note G, just sol, and I was playing G major scale. Again, the idea here is I'm singing the center and I'm listening to how the notes sound against that center. And I'm aware of the notes that I'm playing. The point of this is trying to absorb the information, feel the colors. So I'm singing so, and I'm aware this is the note A, okay, so, and this is the note B, okay, this is how it feels. So, this is the note C, so, D, so, this is E, so, this is F sharp, a lot of clash, so, this is G again, so that's the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of times in music, we have 7 notes. A lot of the major scales, right? I mean, the major scales are all 7 notes. So if you're quick to understand and feel those colors in a truthful way, we are better musicians. The same way that I can hold the G tone, I can also do the opposite way where I sing the scale. So